Hey everyone, it's me, Quintin Croft, and I wanted to show you guys a really beautiful everyday eye and a bold lip you can wear any time of year, but especially towards the end of summer as we're going into fall. You can really play with bolder lips on the more like purpley side and it be totally okay. So I'm gonna start by just clipping my hair out of the way and we're gonna get started. I'm going to put on my favorite eye primer. This is the Moodstruck eye primer. I like to apply it with my fingers. I feel like I can really get every little crevice in there. And what I love about this primer is a little goes a long way, and it is basically like glue for your eyeshadow. Your shadow is not going to move at all. So again, I just go kind of all over with this primer. So I use a different primer for my face and a different primer for my eyes. For my face, I use the Glorious primer, and then for my eyes, I use the eye primer. And the reason is the eye primer is kind of more tacky to allow that eyeshadow to really stick. So this is the palette that I made for today. What I love about these palettes is that you can refill them and you can build your own. So the colors that we'll be using today are Delicious, Nimble, Laid Back, and Gentle. And we're also gonna be using this as our highlight. So you're gonna get a lot of use out of this palette. So first I'm going to start by grabbing a brush. Probably should have cleaned that off before. And we're gonna go kind of all over with one color, Laid Back. Okay, so we're just gonna grab this brush. Laid Back is a satin finish, kind of bisque color, and we're gonna go all over the lid with that, and that's just gonna give us a nice base color, and it's going to be our lid color as well. The look that we're kind of going for is really kind of a relaxed, beautiful eye look that doesn't take a lot of skill level, but will look really beautiful and Pinterest worthy, I promise you. This is great like if you're going out for a date or if you are going to a wedding. This is actually like close to a, like almost close to a bridal look without being over the top. So it's just really pretty is what I'm trying to say. But it's also really simple. So I'm just going all over with that kind of creamy bisque color, lifting it towards and into the crease just a scotch. And that's just going to give us a perfect base and lid. Now I'm going to take a nice big fluffy brush and we're gonna grab Nimble, which is this perfect medium tone brown, and just starting on the outer edge and windshield wiper motions inward, okay? It's gonna be a very blended look. And remember, less is more, okay? You can always go in with more, but start with just a little bit so that you don't get it too dark too quickly. Build the color that you want. You can always grab just a little tap more. Okay, look at how gorgeous this is. The key to having your makeup look like it's done by a professional is using the right brushes. So these big fluffy brushes like this deliver the product in a way that's going to get you that look. And then holding it at the end of the brush and letting the brush do the work is really the trick here. If you try too hard to push, you're actually gonna be moving your product around too much and you're gonna get a really splotchy look to the color instead of that nice blended look. Okay, so I'm kind of coming on the outer edge and just windshield wipering in. Okay. Look at how pretty and easy that is. Then we're just going to take a brush that's a little bit more concentrated. This is the Fluffy Crease brush on my site. And just right in the crease, concentrate that exact same color a little bit darker. It's just gonna concentrate it a little bit more, give it a little bit more dimension in that crease while still being very blended. Okay, and again, I'm just doing like windshield wiper motions. Okay, then we'll take this same brush and we're gonna grab this darker color right here, Delicious, which is a metallic, delicious brown color, and we're just gonna come on the outer corner here. and just kind of starting into the crease. Not all the way into the crease, but just kind of starting. Just kind of like that outer 1/3 of the eye. It just adds a little bit of dimension to that outer area. Super easy, super pretty. Like I said, this look is something that everyone can do. It doesn't require tons of skill level. Super, super simple, and doesn't take too long. Okay, and it doesn't require a lot of brushes or colors. And again, these are customized palettes, so if these colors aren't your jam, you can grab different ones, like slightly darker or slightly lighter, whatever you need. Okay, and then just blending that edge. I'm gonna grab now a sponge so we can apply this super concentrated. I'm going to grab my sponge and grab that color Gentle right here. Come under the brow. It gives a gorgeous highlight under that brow, a really nice lift to that brow. And it's a metallic, so it's not sparkly, it's shiny, which is perfect. And then we'll do the same thing on the inner corner of the eye and just really kind of pop that. Now, typically I do my eyes first and my face last, but for the sake of this video, I wanted to have my face done for you. So I'm just gonna take and blend that edge really quick. And then I'm just gonna take, so I have a little bit of fallout, my brush that I applied my setting powder with, and just brush under my eyes just to make sure that we don't have any fallout under there. All right, so now I'm gonna add eyeliner. You don't have to do this portion if you do not want to, but I really like eyeliner. So, and I think it really makes this look pop, and it's really gonna make the eyes pop. So I'm going to use this Splurge Cream Shadow, which is really, really, really similar to the Fluid line from MAC, only it dries more matte finish because this is a matte, and it's actually an eyeshadow, but I believe that it works extremely well as an eyeliner. So I'm gonna go in with a nice teeny tiny angled brush here. Okay, and I'm going to add in my liner. So when I use my angled brush, I work towards the short side of the brush. Now what that means is you have the longer side and a shorter side, and I'm working in this direction so that it drags the longer side behind it instead of bunching up the longer side underneath it. And you're gonna get a nice, straight, beautiful line. So you'll see me flip my brush around a lot, and that's just as I'm changing directions here. I flip my brush so that it is going the proper way with the grain, so to speak, of the brush. Okay, and I add on my little cat eye. So I've gone over this in videos before. With my cat eye, I do my liner, I swoop out, draw the top of the triangle back in, and then color it back in. There is no right or wrong way. I've just found that that way gets a really nice cohesive line, and it's pretty easy for a beginner to pick up instead of the other way around. So I start on the inner corner, working my way towards the end of my eye here, getting that basic line on my eye. Then I come out, I draw the top of the triangle back in and color it in. If you're afraid that they're not gonna match, that's totally fine. Put a piece of tape right here. They actually make makeup tape for that, but Scotch tape works just as fine in my opinion and is way cheaper. And then I like to just connect it on the bottom. This gives you those big doe Disney Princess Zooey Deschanel eyes, if you will. Look at how easy that is. So, so easy. I'm going to finish off my eyeliner by using pencil eyeliners. I'm gonna go up underneath the waterline or underneath the lash line in the waterline with the black on top. What that does is it solidifies the liner all the way down to the base of the eye and makes your lashes look thicker. I'm gonna take white into the bottom waterline, and that's just going to make those eyes look nice and big. And then we'll get on our lashes. And of course you have to make a silly face when you put on eyeliner. That's just how it is, guys. I'm gonna go in with my 4D, then we're gonna throw on our lip and highlight, and we're going to be finished. Okay? Look at how quickly that comes together. You can have this gorgeous glam, but still neutral look. Perfect for any occasion, very quickly. Okay? And I just kind of wiggle and twirl, and I get those perfect lashes every time. The reason that I twirl the brush is that the bristles on this wand are long on one side and short on the other, giving you length and volume. And you'll notice I'm doing like a slow blink kind of motion, and that gives me the perfect kind of leverage to get all the way to the ends and build those fibers on there. Okay? Look at how gorgeous those lashes are. Okay, so I scrape whatever I scraped off back into the tube, whoosh it around. Don't pump your mascara, that just pumps air into it. You twirl and swirl. Okay, and then I just wipe off the extra. You don't want too much product. It is a very wet formula. If you go in with too much, in my opinion, it just gets really clumpy, really fast, and there's kind of no going back. So this is the best way for this particular mascara, which is my current fave. I think it gives a really beautiful lash, especially where I'm in this phase where my hair and my lashes are starting to fall out because I just had a baby a couple months ago. Okay, look at that gorgeousness here. All right, so now let's add on our highlight. So I like to spray with setting spray first and then put my highlight on top. This helps that highlight really pop. I love setting spray. Okay, I grab my fan brush. We're gonna use that same eyeshadow, Gentle, and this gives like the most gorgeous, blinding highlight ever of all time. This is actually probably my favorite when I really want to go for that kind of blinding highlight look, which is most of the time. All right, now you could totally do a gorgeous, like easy neutral lip, and as you can see, it'd be very, very, very beautiful. But we're gonna go with purple, which as you can see, my daughter has demolished. This is the Opulence lipstick in Swagger. And my daughter killed it. I love this shade of purple, and I normally line, but I think that this color actually does really well on its own. All right, and there we go. And if you have a kid like me that ruins your lipsticks, that's what happens. She comes in here and like does her own makeup videos, and she like never rolls them back down before she puts the lid back on. I'm gonna murder her. Okay, not really, don't worry. Okay, if you really want, I really like my Cupid's bow to pop. I'm just gonna grab a little on my finger and pop that right there. Okay, and that's that. So I hope you enjoyed this look. Head on over to QuintinCroft.com to find all the products. Stay fierce, and thank you for watching.